Video games can provide an escape from everyday reality to where people can experience multiple stories and worlds in the palm of their hand, their TV screen, and their computer monitors. I've been playing games as long as I can remember and experienced games that are extremely story-driven, open-world exploration, puzzle and sandbox games, and personally my favorite, the action-adventure. Of course, I've played more games than this, but for this video I think I'll just be focusing on these genres. Creativity is one aspect of human nature that really thrives when it comes to video games and games such as Minecraft, Animal Crossing, and Dreams, just to name a few. The ability to shape and mold your environment as the player for something personalized to you and you only is truly, I guess, freeing. You're not playing a pre-made environment for you, but instead creating this environment for yourself, or if you play with others, for the collective group. Creating an environment has to be one of the big features for these kind of games. I remember when I used to play Minecraft, I would venture out for hours upon hours until I found the perfect location to set up my base. I usually preferred the mountainous biome over others, but sometimes this required going through multiple in-game day and night cycles to find that perfect spot. Right from the start, the game is subjecting you to endless possibilities for your creative desires. What biome do you want to live in? What material do you want your house to be made out of? What sort of floor plan do you have for your animals, farming, and storage? This allows the player to have complete freedom with their environment to fit their playstyle. Now, Minecraft is not the only game that introduces this creativity-focused gameplay, but is probably the most widely recognized. Another game that focuses on the player creativity in a less sandboxy manner is Animal Crossing New Horizons. Animal Crossing New Horizons has to become one of my most recent indulgences, as well as my fiance's who doesn't play video games nearly as much as I do. Being able to create a town of your liking and showing it off to your friends or family has to be really satisfying, especially if all of your hard work helps inspire someone else to work just as hard on their island. I tend to design my house with each room being a specific theme, whether it's aquatic, cherry blossom, or bamboo, whereas my fiance attempted to make her house look as functional as possible with a kitchen, a bathroom, and a bedroom. But really they just ended up looking like spare storage units. You can probably tell who is the better organizer based off our houses.
How did you get in there?
You're messy.
You weren't supposed to see this!
Although her house was very, well, lackluster, her island was where her talent really shined. She spent over 100 hours crafting her island to be quote-unquote fairycore, whatever the hell that means. My island, however, didn't follow any specific theme, it just kind of consisted of things I liked and I didn't want to let sit in the storage. These design elements that we get to experiment with give you countless ways to lay out your home and your island. Also, with different furniture sets, it introduces the idea of changing your designs to match the seasons or when you've collected a lot of one furniture set. One thing that is interesting is that creativity in Animal Crossing is widely based around sharing your island with others. This helps stimulate the idea of creating the most unique and easily identifiable island to help you stand out from others and truly show off your creativity. If Animal Crossing New Horizons didn't have such a wide appeal for showcasing players' islands with each other, I wonder if players' islands would focus less on decor and more on functionality. For example, my island has an extensive amount of crafting benches throughout the island to give me easy access for all my crafting needs, where an island focused on the aesthetic probably wouldn't feature any of these. This all ties into the player's choice and how they want to design their island, where some prefer functionality and others prefer aesthetic, and then some may prefer a mixture of both. Creativity in games can also be focused solely on the community within the game. A few games that come to mind are Dreams, Little Big Planet, and Super Mario Maker, where the player can create game levels for others to partake in, and conversely, play levels that other players have created. When I first played Dreams, I was absolutely blown away with some of the levels that people have made. People have been able to create full, complete games within Dreams utilizing the dream shaping function. Personally, I just used the dream surfing function so I could explore all the worlds that people have created. When I think about creativity in video games, I think about this quote from Kareem Atouni, who is the art director behind Dreams. He says, "Children are born free. They don't have any preconception of what they're good or bad at. You give them a crown, they will draw. No child will tell you, oh no, I am not talented." Talent is an adult concept that came from us measuring and labeling results rather than enjoyment. When seeing all these amazing levels people have created within Super Mario Maker or beautifully designed islands in Animal Crossing, creativity truly comes to fruition when the tools are widely available for the players to utilize. Video games not only provide a creative experience for the player, but they can also help enhance your creative tendencies within the game itself. When playing Minecraft, you most often than not will create some form of a house or base where you store all your valuables so you can craft stronger gear to take on the inner dragon. This headquarters that you've established is the place you'll probably venture out from to collect resources, but always return to in order to store the new resources you've gathered. Doing this a few times, you'll typically need to expand your base with things like additional storage, defense from mobs, functionality with crafting benches and furnaces, and versatility with proper navigation within your base. Redesigning your base tends to stimulate creative tendencies, even if it may not provide any sort of additional benefit to your adventure. The beauty of creativity in games is that you don't necessarily need to create anything to experience this. In Dreams, you have the option to dream shape or dream surf, and honestly, I spent all of my time with the game focused on dream surfing. I spent my time with the game consuming all these ideas and creative levels that other people have made. Whether or not you spend time creating a level or playing one someone else has made, you still get to experience the art. A good comparison to Dreams would be if you went to an art gallery at a museum, you can go and appreciate the artwork that is displayed even if you weren't the one that created it. Whereas if you are the person who created it, you'd probably still appreciate others' artwork besides your own. Ultimately, you all share the same appreciation for what someone has created regardless if you're the person who made it or not. And besides, the work you see may help inspire you to create on your own. The truth is, we as humans are creative almost constantly throughout the day. Choosing what outfit to wear, creating a workout routine, deciding what to eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. These are just a few examples where everything you do is manifested by you. Human nature is inherently creative, but the sad truth most of us experience is the fear of failure. Seeing these grander structures created within Minecraft or playing an extremely intricate level within Super Mario Maker, we give ourselves the precognition that we won't be able to create anything to live up to the level we just played or the structure we just saw. However, these creations took countless hours that you don't see behind the scenes. Once we take away the limitation that we won't be able to amount to these other creations that people have made, we can make something that's focused on our enjoyment and nothing else. And who knows, maybe what you create will help inspire someone else who is hesitant on creating something. Freedom within video games is very liberating. The ability to design to your heart's content with a wide variety of resources is one of the most stimulating aspects of creating something. I remember when I first played Animal Crossing New Horizons, I was hesitant on decorating my entire island from the beginning. New Horizons introduced the mechanic of placing items and furniture throughout your island, whereas in previous games this was not an option. Additionally, the terraforming feature was something else that was brand new and provided an extra layer for new possibilities when it came to designing my island. For the first few days, I would only place furniture near my house to give it the aesthetic of having a yard and a garden. Shortly after that, I crafted an abundance of crafting benches to place throughout my island so I wouldn't have to run all the way back home to make something. After a good chunk of time playing New Horizons, I still wasn't sure what I wanted to design my island with. I started collecting furniture sets I liked and wanted to display, but I was still waiting to gather more pieces of the same collection to start decorating. To this day, my island still has no theme to it like I previously mentioned. It's just a mixture of random items that I've encountered that I liked. But that's one of the things I enjoyed about New Horizons, is that my island is authentically mine. At the end of the day, that is what creation should be, something fun and a reflection of yourself and your ideas. Endless possibilities for the player to play with and discover without limitations. A creative game with limitations is equivalent to a fish in a pond. Sure, it's enough water for the fish to swim around in and explore, but it's not the ocean. Limiting a game where the sole purpose for the player is to create things just doesn't work, plain and simple. It's like an artist only being allowed to use one color to construct a painting. Sure, it's doable, but the potential is lost. The last thing I want to discuss in this video is that exploration and creativity pair extremely well in video games. Look at how successful Minecraft is. This success was not because it was a technical marvel of 2011. It wasn't successful because it had some of the most dynamic gameplay and state-of-the-art graphics. Definitely not the graphics. Minecraft's success is because it provides a vast open-world sandbox for the player to sculpt and mold however they saw fit, as well as factoring in the adventure aspect of having to venture out to new biomes and fight different mobs in order to collect rare and useful resources. On top of this, there is also an end goal of getting your character strong enough to fight and defeat the Ender Dragon. Minecraft to this day is still one of the most popular games out there. It provides a good tool set to where you can just create structures however you'd like. It also provides a good variety of resources and items to help differentiate your designs from someone else's. Minecraft also allows various different modes depending on what the player is wanting to do, with adventure mode being the traditional Minecraft exploration gameplay, and creative mode being solely focused on allowing the player creative freedom with unlimited resources at their disposal. The Minecraft community is so large and creative that there are even countless mods you can apply to your game to give it a fresh coat of paint. Mods where it adds a whole separate game and storyline, new biomes and monsters, or even new crafting items and recipes. All of these mods are made by fans, and if that doesn't say your community is creative, then I don't know what does. Video games provide us, the player, a way to fully express ourselves and be able to share it with others within the community. Games allowing the player complete freedom with how they choose to design a level, decorate their island, or even customizing a character is one thing I'm truly thankful for. You don't have to be a home renovator to design your house however you'd want to. You don't have to be an engineer or an architect to construct a grander structure. You don't have to be talented in order to create. At the end of the day, creating something should just be fun and nothing else. So let's just have fun and create something we enjoy. If you're new here, please consider subscribing as it helps the channel out. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and feel free to tweet me some of your creations that y'all have made in gaming or in real life. My Twitter handle will be pinned in the comment section below. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video.